Hello everybody, my name is Pravus and welcome back to more Surviving the Aftermath of Middanowah. Literally, the second that I started up the game, we get a nuclear fallout coming. Okay, well, that's certainly exciting. In the last week or so, we grew the base quite a bit, unlocked a lot more technology. We now have 6 specialists, and we did discover society. So very soon I will have access to the sunflowers that I so crave, which will turn into fuel, which will let me get cars, which will let me get around the map a lot faster. That's all great. Nuclear fallout, huh? That sucks. Means we're going to have to harvest up all these plants pretty soon. We are currently trying to cultivate some of this, but I don't see that working out very well for me. Oh, well. Can we cancel this by any chance? The corn and such? It doesn't seem like it's very important. I think we just go ahead and cancel that nonsense. Doesn't do me a lick of good. Well, we don't have a whole lot of food to gain, but should be all right. So, what do we want to do now? Well, honestly, just continue to expand and give us more resources. We're doing relatively okay on most fronts. Still a little bit low on tools and clothes for my taste. Not doing the absolute best when it comes to things like concrete. But we should be accessing things like underground excavators pretty darn soon, if not already. Can't actually remember if we got that last time or not. Let's take a look here. Under production... There it is, industrial mining. So we're finishing up wind power 2, and then we're going to go for the industrial mining. That's going to get me the extractors I need to have a much better source of concrete, plastics, and metals for a good long while. I like that, but it does, of course, take some power. That should be no problem for me. That's going to meet basically all my immediate needs, and then from there on out, we just expand as aggressively as we can get the population for. And yeah, just profit. You hear something approaching, like a horde of enraged beasts. Oh, well, that cannot be good. We need to get some people assigned over here ASAP. Maybe even a couple more to the guard tower, which means I should say... I don't know, let's stop cooking up some food for a minute. Let's stop gathering some of this nonsense. Let's stop doing some of these. We don't have enough population to go around for a lot of the jobs that I currently want to operate, which is really irritating. But it's because everybody's dying of old age. What am I supposed to do if everyone just dies of old age? I can't stop that. I can't stop that much as I would like to. So what do we got here? You're not quite sure what you're looking at, men or animals. Nevertheless, the frenzied group of bandits circles outside the gate, their mouths foaming and their eyes wide. Fires! The mammoth rises! Stomp, stomp, stomp! One of them babbles. Prepare for battle. Threaten them, try to distract them. Honestly, I say we just prepare for battle. We got reinforced defenses for a reason, right? All right, they should be attacking me right about now. The gate is taking way more damage than I might have expected. What the crud, dude? We're supposed to have a really good reinforced gate. This is doing nothing. Oh, my gag. All right, specialists, I need you. Get down here, Donna and other folks. Where are you? Yeah, you're probably fine. You're weak anyway. We don't really care about any of that. All right, they're going to break through the gate that I worked so hard to reinforce. That's awesome. Okay, thank you. Well, at least we have the guard posts. Create this breach. Shoot them. Shoot them! And they're dead. Victory. Nuclear fallout has arrived. Lovely. This is going to be so nice. Oh, good. The wind power is done. Okay, let's go for that industrial mining, which I have to imagine is a very good endgame technology for me to have. Honestly, though, nuclear fallout, it seems really bad, but it's not the worst. The biggest issue is just losing all your food and then having to deal with constant irradiation. But if you have enough medical capacity, even without the iodine tablets, yeah, it doesn't strike me as all that bad. All right, get some of that fuel going. The rest of you guys go home. You're all injured. What is this I'm finding here? There's a weird green line coming under the ground, it looks like. Where does this lead? What is this? Is this some sort of a buried treasure? No, it's just a weird... What on earth is this thing? I am highly confused. Slavers, they've come to trade. This time... Uh-oh, that doesn't seem good. A large group of imposing, well-armed bandits approaches the gate. A couple of henchmen drag small groups of captives from the trucks while the leader addresses you. You there behind the gate, get over here. I've got a fresh batch of eager workers willing to participate in whatever you do in there. A reasonable price, of course, he barks. Medicine for colonists, medicine for 3 colonists, or parts for 2. I mean, I like to free as many of these as I can, also get colonists because I like labor. I don't have medicine, though, so I guess this is fine, and I'm not really using a lot of parts, so this seems great. We'll go ahead and get 2 more colonists out of that. Slavery's great! Oh, no. Out of context, but it's actually good for me in this case, as long as I free them. Freeing the slaves is great. Freeing them's great. Finally, nuclear fallout ends. Okay, good. So, we wanted to plant a load of cabbages, right? Cabbages, of course, are supposed to be extremely good. I like that idea, so let's go ahead and plant those down. Objection! New quest available. What are you objecting to? It's both fascinating and terrifying to witness how people react to catastrophic situations. I agree. Apparently, one group has decided to deliver frontier justice to perceived troublemakers in the form of a game show? It all sounds bizarre, but at the same time, rather intriguing. Let's go ahead and check it out. Where would this be located, I wonder? Usually not far from the base. There it is. You know, I think Donna would appreciate probably this the most. Let's go ahead and send her off to the world map. We can get there in about one turn, not bad. What do we find? This once neoclassical museum has been turned into an impromptu courthouse. People are ushered inside where a jury hangs around the base of a massive sitting statue of a once great important person. The judge is lounging on the statue's marbled lap in a brightly colored bathrobe and a makeshift wig. The trial of one Edwin James is about to start, shouts one of the jury members. Bring forth the hammer, he continues as the crowd begins to cheer. Watch silently. The court assistants push forth a contraption with a chair and a massive stone hammer hanging above it like a blunt guillotine blade. 3 wooden pegs keep it from falling down. A man steps up from the crowd and sits down on the chair. Contrary to the appropriate reaction of impending doom, he is grinning. Are you ready for the hammer round? The jury member exclaims theatrically. Edwin nods enthusiastically as the crowd cheers. Pick some pockets while watching. Sure, why not? The frenzied crowd members don't seem to notice, and you manage to score a few coins. What follows on stage is a chaotic combo of a mock trial, pub quiz, and mayhem. The judge utters a series of facts, and whenever Edwin thinks they're incorrect, he must shout, objection! If he's right, a bag of silver is placed next to him. If he's wrong, a peg is removed from the contraption. The crowd is allowed to participate in the quiz, but the final choice is Edwin's alone. Shout the correct answers or the wrong ones. I'll shout the correct ones, alright. With your help, Edwin manages to find the right answers. Hear ye, we have a winner, the judge finally announces and wipes sweat from under his wig. As the crowd bursts into applause, Edwin heads off the stage and straight to the specialist. Saw what you did there, friend, he says, grinning. This was huge for my family. He hands over a bag of coins and sciencey books before leaving with audience members in tow asking for handouts. Okay. Sure, what a really weird quest. Industrial mining is done. Thank you. All right, let's take a look at the resource gain. Let's see. There they are, extractors. Concrete extractor, and this does take up some power, which, of course, with the whole new transformer mechanic will get a little irritating pretty quick. But, nonetheless, is really effective as far as just getting me raw materials. If I were to set up something over here with maybe like a little battery or something, that would probably be good enough. And we would have a consistent source of concrete. Now, that said, I'm not in a huge rush to get this. I feel like we're okay for now. It does take a lot of parts and electrical components as well as some plastics and metals. No problem, really. Okay, yeah, so we don't need this right this second, but it's obviously pretty good. What does a magnetic separator do? Excavates resources from underground deposits and separates the rare metals for use. Ah, okay, so it's like the other extractors, but it is a rare metal extractor, which I think we have at least one of them. Yeah, here's one right here. There should be another up over here, I thought. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so if we need to get some of those, we can as well, but we'll need to have our own little independent power source. The one thing that worries me about doing things like this is we already know we've had issues with wild animals just approaching on the edge of the map and killing things. So would they make a beeline for this stuff and break everything? Because that would be highly unfortunate and very, very annoying. Let's go ahead and drop off some of that fuel that Platy had. There it is. Now I've got 30 fuel. Thank you. Okay. Well, we should probably continue grabbing other resources. Platy is good enough at research. I think I'll go ahead and send her to do this, but I'm a little bit worried about her taking too many injuries in the near-ish future. Donna, I'm going to go ahead and move up to the north. I do plan on placing an outpost somewhere over here. I'd like to see what's going on in this area, and then I'd like to go ahead and get some of these more durable clothes, because we've been struggling on the clothing front, at least a little bit, for a while. But now that we have fuel, we should be able to go to the garage and assign somebody, a specialist specifically. Who do we want to assign? Good question. I'm thinking probably Scrappa so he can go and do some fights. We'll wait until he's full health first. Actually, no, we'll just go ahead and send this guy whose name I don't remember. You'll be fine. All right, so that's going to be our assigned specialist. Now we can set up a team and have a group of people traveling out, which is nice, but perhaps not necessary. I mean, unless I plan on sending the scout out as well, which I suppose that I could do. All right, we'll send a team of 2 then. There we go. Okay, so if we select the vehicle, we say we want the station wagon. It's paused still. Let's resume that. We're waiting for fuel to get delivered, which shouldn't take very long, except we don't have any carriers, so I have no idea if the specialists are smart enough to grab this on their own. Probably not, right? Oh, and a group of survivors just arrived at the gate. Good timing. A child, some elders who are going to die soon. That sucks. But we do get another scavenger, so that could be helpful. All right, you give me some corn and some metal. I mean, not great, but I guess I'll take whatever labor I can get at this point. So welcome to the group. Car is now repaired. Excellent. Oh, and it looks like a battery just exploded. Well, someone please repair that, would ya? The trade convoy has officially arrived. Okay, so that should be done, and now I think we do have access to the sunflowers. Yep, there they are. Not edible, which is not correct. You can totally eat roasted sunflower seeds. In fact, they're rather tasty. But, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and select this as the next goal of this field. We don't need the food per se. A small field of sunflowers should be enough to keep me going for a bit. And now we should have a car ready to go in Middanowah. But I think first we need to go here and... Vehicle selection, you... Wait, how do I send it to the world again? Oh, I got to hit the check mark. Create team... Done, there it is, and now it can move uber-duper fast. Love it. Let's go off this direction. Oh, we found another society. It's Rackham. Hello. Okay, and there's actually water all over here, so setting up an outpost in this area would not have made much sense. Oh, well, if that's the case, then setting up an outpost over here might be the way to go, but I don't know if there's much else over here. Okay. Well, we have somebody else that we can talk to, and that's great. Still think I want to grab things like the medicine, the scientists, and the clothes, but can we first go to the trade selection and see what Rackham has to trade? Fun boxes, foods, grubs, pigs. Okay. You guys got cows, cars, and more tools. So if we want to get some pigs and stuff, this is an option, and these guys actually seem to like me a little bit. This town is more akin to a massive complex of intertwined buildings on top of each other. Oh, it's the stacks from Ready Player One. Got it. With the concept of privacy totally forgotten here. They are open about their operations as well, which include, but are not limited to, looting, trading, drinking, and smuggling. In that order. I appreciate that. We do need to start researching the biofuel formula, since now we actually will be able to start getting some fuel once the sunflowers are grown. Gotta wait for this batch of corn first, but after that, hey, no problem. And we'll wish we were able to process that. Though with 50 fuel, honestly, that's enough to get us going for at least a good long while, I think. Shouldn't be too bad. Oh, gosh, dang it. Everyone's dying of old age still. I hate that. There really is not nearly enough. Whoop, do not demolish. There doesn't seem to be nearly enough population regeneration to keep up with people just naturally dying of old age. I would delay the old age death by at least, like, I don't know, a couple of extra days so it kind of evens out a little bit, because it feels like we're always bleeding people. Okay, the car is going to arrive. Going to have you, Mr. Grumpy, pop on outside and go ahead and start beating up some bandits. We can finish this off pretty quick, I think, using some action points. I don't even remember what you guys are guarding. Anything I would care about? Maybe, maybe not. It is going to be parts, electrical parts. Well, honestly, that's okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and start gathering some of that. Let's see. We need... you, Mr. Scout, to get over here, I think, and we'll go ahead and explore some nearby zones and find out if there's anything exciting over here. There is, in fact, another bandit lair, which we'll need to deal with, and then, you can probably get out and head over here to these parts, and we'll go ahead and start extracting some of that. And maybe I don't want you doing this mission. I don't know. I mean, I kind of want you to just go ahead and beat up more bandits. There are so many bandits down here. Good lord. They're everywhere. This planet is infected, and I must purge them. Presumably the only way we're going to keep up with population has to come down to happiness, right? I mean, if happiness isn't very high, then people aren't going to have a lot of births, I would imagine. Let's go to the colony and see if there's anything we can do. Decorations. I mean, I guess this could sort of cheer up the colony. Are decorations useful now? Because they used to be fairly useless, but now they might be worthwhile. I don't know. Knowledge preservation with a library or aggression release is another thing we could do using power, and I've got plenty of power. Maybe we should go ahead and set up an arena. Yeah, let's set up an arena. I need to start making my people happy, I think. Because our biggest bottleneck no longer is resources. Our biggest bottleneck is simply having enough workers. And children may be an expensive investment, but if it keeps my population at least relatively steady, then it might be worthwhile. Another wandering merchant. It's you again, eh? Well, tools actually would be helpful to me, so I will happily give away some meat or maybe some potatoes. No, I want as many tools as possible. We'll give away some venison. Well worth it, given that tools are actually very difficult for me to craft in a reasonable time frame. I got 4 people on high priority making tools, and we still can't keep up. Not really finding much else over to the right side of the map. There are some fun boxes barely visible on the literal edge of the world. There's not a whole lot more to see. I don't know, we're kind of rapidly reaching a point where, I mean, yeah, there are a few more zones out here, I suppose, but exploring is getting increasingly dangerous and not necessarily as advantageous. It's taking us a lot longer to actually gain useful resources and deliver them back to the base. And that's, of course, where the cars are supposed to come in and all, but yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it seems like we're kind of capping out a little bit. I think we just need to keep working hard on research, unlock new stuff, and see what we can do there. And a meteor shower's on the way. All right. Well, that honestly should be fine. I mean, it's relatively low risk for me. And we should have more than enough building materials to take care of things. The only problem is we're not going to have enough carriers because I'm constantly running out as we try to make more clothes and more tools and so on. So, yeah, that's going to become a bit of a pain, but besides that, honestly, meteor showers don't worry me too much. Convoy ahoy! Various kinds of trade convoys between societies and even bandit camps run across the wasteland. They're usually either hard to find or well defended, but occasionally, loose-lipped drivers reveal more than they intended. One such blabbermouth with an eye patch has been bragging about his considerable haul of goods now on the move with minimal protection. This could be a good chance to play nice and help them along, or raid them for all their possessions. Where could they be, I wonder? Down over here, huh? Scrappa, I think this is a job for you. We're going to go ahead and send you off to the world map as soon as you deliver these goods, and I don't know if I want to rate them or not, but I'm thinking about it. Aggression is done. Okay, good. We can also learn about more impressive decorations. Also, comfortable housing. You know, that probably is worth doing. Also, unlocking the 2-story houses and stuff. That would improve happiness by a lot. Alright, yeah, let's go for the comfortable housing. We'll replace these concrete tenements, which up to this point have done fairly well. We'll get nice houses so that everyone's super-duper happy. And then hopefully everyone starts making babies. In hindsight, a little bit creepy to say, but okay. Eavesdropping on the poor guy paid off. A convoy of several trucks have stopped on the side of an old highway. Black smoke plumes out from the engine compartment of the lead vehicle. You count 3 armed guards and a few more truckers, of which most are participating in a shooting match with petrol quality standards. Sorry, shouting match. Attack, repair. Attack. Let's take whatever we can. Let's see. Oh, we're going to lose a load of happiness. Ah, darn it. All right. Well, I'm going to lose some happiness, but honestly, I think that's fine. Do we take the medicine and everything else? 60 happiness hurts. But honestly, it goes away pretty quick, right? So I think we take the 35 medicine and take everything we can. There we go. I'm a bad guy now, but that's okay. Oh, holy crap. When you say 60 happiness, you lie? Minus 2,124? Dude, that is such a lie. I guess we should probably go ahead and set up the arena so people can get that aggression out of their system before they take it out on me, right? Oh, I can't fit it where I wanted to. No. This is stupid. The freaking power radius. Is there a technology that increases the radius of these transformers? Because if there isn't, there needs to be. I'm really annoyed having to deal with it as much as we are. And here comes a meteor shower. Okay, fear of death, minus 500. Yep. People are very, very afraid as the meteors come crashing down from above. Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. Boom! Okay, that one took a bit of damage. That's fine. We'll go ahead and repair the tool shot when we get the opportunity at some point. Boom! There goes another one. Oh, of course you hit the field hospital. Oh, and oh gosh, dang. Okay, yeah, no, this is not great. Stop hitting me over here. Knock it off. It's like the meteors are targeting me deliberately in my most vulnerable spots. You targeted the outhouse? That's just mean. And I just got an achievement, Catastrophan, because I survived 5 terrible catastrophes. Okay, that seems easy enough. Oh, nice try, Mother Nature. Better luck next time. Comfortable housing tech is about to be done, and we have a couple of specialists nearby we can use to speed up the production a little bit, which will be nice. Okay, housing done. Excellent. So with that done, I'm not going to build regular houses. We want the 2-story houses. That's going to take another 18 hours, but that's fine. This also leads to couch potato technology, which leads to a movie theater, which is a lot of happiness, I believe. Which is nice. Not what I need, but it's nice. Yeah, people are duking it out. They are getting some happiness every visit. Well, that's good. Go ahead and, yeah, just beat each other up. This is a very good way to deal with your problems. A fantastic method of dealing with your problems, apparently. Are these actually my colonists, or are these just 2, like, mannequins or automatons we've got infinitely fighting each other? Because I don't think I actually have 2 people taken up in here right now. I think these are just new people we spawned. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And there's the supported walls done. Okay. Let's see. Electric decorations. Seems nice, but not necessary. Game arcades? You know, I'm a big fan of people using video games to solve their problems, but I'm not sure that's what we actually want right now. Anything else that would be really useful right now? Disaster forecaster, I could see being useful. Engine overhaul, probably not. Food, how are we doing on food? We haven't made a lot of progress on food. I've kind of ignored a lot of it because we've been doing okay. Do we want to get animal husbandry so I can start making use of cows and pigs and stuff in the future? I think the answer is yes. Now, let's go ahead and demolish this tenement. This should take a little bit of time. We're going to have some homeless people, but I think it's A-okay. Let's go to housing. We want to get ourselves a 2-story house, which, by the way, takes up a little bit less space. Now, you might think I want to start placing these in different locations to be more space efficient, but you'd be wrong, because this leaves a nice little avenue to plant down some flowers or something and build up the happiness. So this actually works well. It's kind of forcing me to have some space to actually decorate. And the good news is, with 2 specialists, we can build this thing up really stinking fast. So that's going to be done in just a moment. Boom. There it is. Okay, now we have our first round of housing, which should be good as far as people's happiness, or at least reducing their unhappiness a little bit. We'll need to build more of those, but I also need to be wary of having enough concrete. It might be time for me to go ahead and start setting up some concrete excavators, since that's currently the only resource that we're having trouble with. Oh, refineries. There you are. Yeah, that takes a lot of power. Holy crud. I didn't realize it took that much. Okay, well, let's go ahead and place down this concrete excavator. We'll do so right there. And we will need to get some power. You need 12 power, right? Well, a wind turbine plus a battery is probably enough. So we'll set you up like this. And we'll need a little battery probably right along here. And then we'll set up some pathing so people can get over there pretty quickly along this way somehow. We'll figure it out. A scientist needs help. She wants to clear her mind. One of your more scientifically minded colonists approaches you, having struggled with a particularly tough issue for what feels like an eternity. She wants to take a hike outside the colony to clear her head. She needs to do this alone. I guess I'll let her go. She got injured. Okay, boars. Barely got away. Well, that wasn't really worth it, but I mean, okay, I hope you cleared your head and learned your lesson. Never leave the base. Animal husbandry is done. Domestic animals like sheep and cows are not only cute, but also bring prosperity. You'll need ranches to raise and breed the animals, but first you must acquire the beasts by trading. So there's no way to get them in the wild, it sounds like. Except for maybe those chicken eggs, but I suspect we ate all of those, so that's not a thing. Okay. Yeah, so the only way to get them is by trading, huh? Well, the good news is we got more than enough silver. That is certainly no problem. The problem is I don't have enough labor to actually take advantage of all of that, so not great. We can, by the way, get new sources of water by using deep oil wells and power. Can be nice. Not sure it's actually required, but it can be all right. Let's go ahead and get some of those decorations. Impressive decorations? That should be fine. I have confirmed, by the way, that your specialists do not heal in the outpost, which I already kind of thought was the case, but it's good to have that confirmation. So let's go ahead and grab what cars we can and send them back. I'm pretty sure somebody has to be basically permanently on ambulance duty just to pick up specialists and bring them back, which is a little irritating. I could see that being useful, though, with things like the engine overhaul for extra action points and also the all-terrain tires. That could be pretty darn useful, actually, just so you can have more efficient ambulances, get people healed up and back on the front lines nice and quick. Another group of survivors have arrived at the gates. They have 3 adults, 1 elder, and 2 children. Lots more supplies for them, and Bonnie, another fighter. I accept this group. Of course, that means I need to build a lot more housing nice and quick. We can do that, though. Decorations are done, but we are completely out of concrete, which means we're going to have a couple of homeless people for a little bit. Why is this not... Oh, right. I forgot. You have to actually have a transformer in order to actually get power from a thing over to another thing. Great. Oh, this is great. This is awesome. This is awesome. I love Transformers. Such a great mechanic. I love it so much. Let's keep exploring this corner of the map. Still not finding much except for raiders. It definitely seems like the further you get away from the base, the less stuff there is to gain. Gosh, even more. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, I want to find out what is on the rest of the map. I'm just using the scout for that purpose since he's fast. We'll find out what else is over here, decide if there's even anything worth going for. What are you protecting? You're protecting 500 science. I mean, admittedly, that is a fair bit. You're protecting some more antibiotics. But, like, really, though, is it worth building an outpost down here just for one little thing of science? I think it's questionable. I think it is questionable whether that's worth it or not. Still, I guess we'll find out. You go ahead and drop off some more of those supplies. Thank you kindly. And then we're going to send you to do something else. Let's go get some of these rare metals. I don't need them yet. Frankly, I haven't even found any technology that justifies them yet, but I have to imagine at some point it's going to be good. Let's also go ahead and get that knowledge preservation for the library set up. And can we do some nice, cheap decorations? I don't want anything too expensive, mind you. Just something a little bit cheap. Like a pink flower bush. Does it do anything? Not that I know of. Bottle cactus. I mean, admittedly, that seems really, really stupid. We got plenty of plastics and stuff, so I guess we could just place a few of these. Sure. We'll place some trash in a nice, beautiful orientation over here. And that's gonna decorate the base, quote unquote. Okay, no, seems great. There we go. Now we have power for the concrete extractor. That's going to last for a good long while, I think. Every concrete ruin has like 3,000 more concrete, which is more than enough for my purposes. So as long as we get enough power, and frankly we should, then I think we are good to go for a good long while. Oh, and there's another thing. Colonists could use a pick-me-up. Build a guitar, build some drums, build a church organ. I could use a load of happiness. Let's build a whole church organ. I've always wanted to make one. Fine. There's 8 happiness, which should be... What? How much happiness did we actually get? It doesn't say we got any. What? In fact, people are now unhappy. What? Where's my church organ? Oh, gosh dang it. I swear, sometimes I can't tell if these are just UI bugs or if nothing actually happens, because it feels like sometimes we gain nothing out of these arrangements. Alright, well, either way, I think that's a good place for us to end this video, though. We are making some solid progress. Still need to upgrade some more houses, which, again, don't seem to be getting me much of any bonus, but I'll do what I can. We need to build up some more homes. We need to keep getting more libraries and stuff, keep getting more happiness, and see where this goes. But if we don't start giving birth to some kids, good God, we're going to have a rough game. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.
Alright, let's go ahead and do it.